I was just looking at some of the Cleveland Indians stats from spring training and kind of thinking about the team. And I've written about Jason Kipnis and Yandy Diaz and some others. A name you hardly hear mentioned from spring training, and a name that's extremely important to the Indians this season, is Bradley Zimmer. You know, we talk about Michael Brantley and how will he be coming back from the injuries and all this stuff. But the Indians have set up Bradley Zimmer as their starting center fielder. Now, Zimmer, in effect, kind of had two seasons for the Tribe. Came up early June, and I got by the way, here's my notebook. There's some scribbles. Here we go. Before the All-Star break, Bradley Zimmer batted .285, played an excellent center field, looked really good. In fact, brought a lot of energy to the team, something they really needed. They were struggling defensively in center field. By the way, all year, Zimmer has played an excellent center field from beginning to end. But after the All-Star break, Zimmer really started to struggle at the plate. He's got a big swing. And, you know, they always say he's got holes in that swing. He's like 6'6". Well, after the All-Star break, he batted .196. So, in other words, .285 before, .196 after, and almost the exact same number of at-bats. So in the second half of the year, Zimmer really tailed off at the plate. And of course, he suffered a thumb injury towards the end of the season, didn't play in the playoffs. Now, there's a couple of things that happen. Terry Francona often talks about how you come up from the minors. Usually when you come up from the minors during the season, you are playing well. You come up with a lot of confidence, and that happened with Zimmer. Secondly, this was the big league's first look at Bradley Zimmer, and I think he surprised them with a number of things he did. Then, of course, I was talking about the league adjusts, then do you adjust back, or do you really struggle? So we're going to find that out. But really, if Zimmer has a very hard time in center field hitting this year, the Indians could be in some trouble. I mean, their alternatives right now would be Rajai Davis, who I like. I was glad they signed him. He's on a minor league contract. I think he could help some, and he may end up even platooning with Zimmer in the outfield. Although, here's an interesting stat. Zimmer, left-handed hitter. In the minors, he hit right-handed pitching far better than he hit left-handed pitching. But again, Zimmer, left-handed hitter. But I looked at the stats, and he came with this year. When he was with the Indians in 2017, he batted .240 against some righties and .243 against lefties, so it didn't really matter. Basically, it was like he was a very good hitter before the All-Star break and struggled after. So you got Rajai Davis as one possibility. Another's Melvin Upton, another guy in a minor league free agent contract, another right-handed hitter. Again, you know, doesn't generate a lot of enthusiasm. You know, a last possibility, I don't think they want to do it in center field, is Tyler Naquin, who started in center field in 2016, had a pretty good year, and he was another one of those guys. The pitchers caught up to him. He ended up going back to the minors. Naquin, by the way, is having a very strong camp. You know, in fact, if Michael Brantley is not able to open the season, if he's not ready, it's very possible Naquin could end up playing some left field. But they don't really want to play Naquin in center because defensively he just wasn't very good out there. So circling all the way back, the one guy in spring training we've heard very little about, who's very important to the Indians, is Bradley Zimmer.